been a long time.
It has, yeah. It's been, about 5 months now since I've been back at my desk. We got back Thursday last week, had a light training run, and we went on camp up to the snowy mountains, and first day back really this week, behind the office, behind the desk, and getting my head around the program again.
Is there, I guess, a lot of excitement, fresh start, 2017, the boys pretty keen to get up and running?
Yeah, there was good motivation through the pre-Christmas period. I think the boys were very motivated. There was a really tight-knit group leading into Christmas, and we tried to build on that. I think the Wallaby guys that came back in were very enthusiastic when they came back in, and we started with a really good camp. I think we spoke about a lot of things that worked well through the pre-Christmas period and things that we want to achieve throughout the year. So at the moment there's good energy, but there's a couple of tough weeks ahead for the boys, so we'll see how they go at the end of that.
Obviously a pretty completely new look squad, but a lot of changes. It presents a lot of challenges, but is there a bit of excitement as well with a fresh start with 2017?
Yeah, I mean, it certainly feels that way at the moment. I think the playing group have been through a fair bit together. The majority of the playing group have been through a fair bit together over the last sort of 4 years, and we've seen a significant change in the off-season with a number of the senior players moving on. So it gives these younger players an opportunity really to step up here now, and some players who haven't been a part of the program to come in and prove themselves within this team.
One of the big questions will be the captaincy. When do you think you'll make that decision?
Well, probably leading into that first game. So we've got a trial game against the Barbarians, we've got a trial game against the Waratahs, we've got the Juco 10s, and then the season kicks off. So we'll be careful with how many minutes the players play through the first 2 trial games. And then same with the Juco 10s, a different format there, so we'll be pretty careful with who gets game time and how much game time they get through those first 3 weeks. We might have a couple of interim captains through that period, and then, leading into the first game, we'll probably make a decision on who's going to be the captain.
But we've seen you running out in the 10s.
I think we'll talk about that a little bit more next week. Undecided yet.
Are you feeling any more pressure this season, being that it's your last one at the Brumbies?
I haven't thought about that at this stage, so I think there's been a fair bit of focus in the pre-Christmas block on trying to get the fitness right and getting the skills up, and I had a bit of a break through that period, but was really focused on trying to prepare the start of this season as well as I can, which is pretty much the focus every year. So for me it's short steps, which is what we spoke about last year, making sure that we're not thinking too far ahead. So I'm certainly not thinking about after the season when we're just about to start it.
You see similarities between 2017 and say 2011? Big turnover of players, and it was a real start of a new era.
Yeah, similar. I mean, we had 11 new players in 2011 when Jake came in. Well, 2011, 2012 when Jake came in. We've had 13 new players come into the program this year. So, yeah, very similar in that respect. I think it was a young team, and we had a new captain come in for that period as well. We were undecided who the captain was going to be, and a lot of young guys trying to prove themselves. So, yeah, there's a lot of similarities. I think we've maintained the bulk of the squad. Obviously there's some senior players that have gone, but we've maintained the bulk of the squad, and I think those guys have learnt lessons over the last 4 years, 5 years, that they'll carry through to these younger guys coming through.
You've only been back a week, but are you sort of starting to see some combinations emerge?
Well, really only one day. So yesterday was our first opportunity to train as a team, 15 on 15 out on the paddock. Last week, like I said, we had the camp. We came in for a bit of a training run, just a bit of individual fitness on the Thursday. Then we went down to camp and we spoke a lot about what we want to achieve this year down at camp. So yesterday was the first day, and it's clearly a different team to last year, particularly without Christian.
And there's this guy beside you, slot in? How key a player is he going to be?
It's going to be massive. We sort of picked two teams yesterday, but they were jumbled up, and I think what you notice with Kyle is that he's had a period of time off. He was over there with us, with the Wallabies, and then had a period of time off through December. But hit the ground running yesterday, and his skills were sharp, he's fit, his knowledge is top notch, and you can see that he's ready to play Super Rugby in this team.
You finished 2016 in pretty strong form, especially with the NRC and then heading overseas. Is this just a continuation on, or where do you see yourself?
Oh no, as Bernie said, I'm just coming here for the opportunity to really try and be the best player I can be, and I think this program's definitely going to help me get there. I tried to hit the ground running yesterday, and I'm going to continue to do so. I try to push myself and try and improve little by little each day.
What are your expectations for the Brumbies, Kyle?
My expectation is the same as what the team discussed at the camp. You know, we combine together, we see where the team wants to go, and hopefully we're not looking too far ahead. But obviously there's high expectation. You know, they're a great side. They've produced great results in the last couple of years, but haven't quite got there. So hopefully we can go that little bit further this year.
Have you found working with Bernie in the early stages here?
Yeah, no, obviously I haven't had much to do with Bernie in the Brumbies setup, but in the Wallaby setup it was fantastic. It was definitely a draw card for me to come to the Brumbies to learn off Bernie. You know, he played in my position. He was one of the greatest during his time, if not the greatest during his time, and to learn off him is just unbelievable, and hopefully that's only going to improve my game.
What was the appeal of Canberra?
Yeah, it was a new challenge. I'd been at the Force for 5 or 6 years. I was pretty comfortable there. And it was a new challenge, a great rugby program, so I just thought, you know, step out of my comfort zone and hopefully take it with both arms on and just go for it.
Bernie obviously not here next year, but you'll hopefully have a lot to do with him in the Wallaby setup for year one.
That stuff will kind of work itself out, so the main focus for me at the moment is just trying to slot into a position in the Brumbies and work on my skills here, and all that stuff will kind of sort itself out.
Obviously it's probably not up to you. Where would you like to be today?
Wherever they want to put me, I'm an inside back. I love 12. I'm happy to play wherever the team needs me. But my favourite position is number 12, and I enjoy playing there.
I remember you had an impressive performance down here last year. Do you like playing in Canberra? You got the chance to travel over here?
Yeah, it's always when I was at the Force. It's always been tough games at the Canberra Stadium. It's cold. It's generally wet, and the Brumbies boys always put on a physical battle. So I've had some fond memories, but some very hard battles. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to being on the other side and the receiving end.